Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is speciation. Okay. So first of all, we know about, and this is a part of the evolutionary biology. And actually, what is the first? Before going to the topic speciation, we first identify or we know what is the species. Okay, the species is actually the individuals that remain in a group of or in a population. They interbreed within each other, okay, not with the other group of individuals. So this is the species, okay, because there is some not reproductive isolation is there. That means the development of the reproductive system or the timing season is not proper for the each and every species. That means the breeding time is different in different species. Okay, so here the species which are the group of individuals that interbreed within each other, okay, or within the same group of individuals, but they are totally isolated from the other group of individuals. So this is the species. Then what is the speciation? Speciation is the evolution of a new variety from the pre-existing one. Okay, so pre-existing one means one group of individuals that remain in such an environment, but when within this group of individuals some new individuals, they are totally isolated, reproductively isolated from the parent species, or they are totally separated from the parent species due to some barrier, geographical barrier. So this is called the speciation, this process. And the new existing one or new existing the individuals, they are new species. Clear? So now the type of the speciation we see here. This is the allopatric, parapatric, and the sympatric. Sympatric, I'll just explain about this, and then I explain the sympatric. Okay. So what is the allopatric? Allo means the different species. Okay. So this is here the within a group of individuals, or within a species, any barrier arise. If any geographical barrier arise, then some group of individuals are separated from the main parent species. Okay, and here the totally due to presence of some geographical barrier, like any desert or any river that flows and to separate the two species. So here the species that remain, the same species that remain another side of the geographical barrier, but they are totally reproductively isolated, because due to presence of geographical barrier, the gene flow is not possible. So this is called the allopatric speciation. Okay. So what is the allopatric speciation? The most common way that a gene pool becomes divided into two gene pools. One gene pool that is divided into the two gene pool due to forming or arising of one barrier. Clear? And ultimately they totally separated from each other and to form new two species. They are same, but they are totally reproductively isolated, or gene flow is not possible within these two species. So that's why this is another kind of species and this will form the another kind of species. Yeah. So this is the allopatric speciation. Okay. Actually this occurs for the geographical barrier. Now the second one is the parapatric speciation. What is this parapatric speciation? This is the development of the reproductive isolation among the members of a continuous population without barrier, and here the species enter another niche near the range of the parent species. What happens here? You all know that within the different species, they have fighting for the resources or the getting the favorable conditions. So one kind of fighting, that is the inter-fighting, another kind of fighting, that is intra-fighting. Okay, intra means within the species and inter means between the two species. So So when this is occurring, generally when the food shortage or the forming of the some unfavorable conditions, so this happens. So what happens here? Some group of individuals, they totally slowly separated and they go to another habitat for getting more or favorable conditions, okay, or getting more resources. So that's why here the two species are separated. You see here the two species are separated, completely separated. But here the geographical barrier is not there. So they are reproductively isolated, okay, but somehow or sometimes maybe it is possible the gene flow. Okay, gene flow is possible between the two species. That means the hybrids may be produced within these species. Okay, so this is the parapatric speciation. Clear? This is the sympatric speciation and this is the parapatric speciation. And another kind of speciation, that is the sympatric, I will describe now. Okay, so this is the sympatric speciation, where a gene pool is subdivided even though members of the daughter species overlap in their distribution during this process. Actually, this is happening here. The one population or the group of individuals that remain in a place, and within this population, some individuals, they separated. Environment is same or habitat is not fully separated, but some individuals from their original species, they totally isolated from their parent species. Okay, they totally isolated from their parent species, and here the hybridization is not possible because they are reproductively isolated from their parent species. Clear? This is the sympatric speciation, and the two new species are formed from the original species. So what happened? Allopatric means the due to the geographical barrier. Sympatric means within the same population, the some individuals, they are separated, but the same habitat is same, and they separated fully from their parent species, and here the gene flow is not possible. And in case of parapatric, they go to the another habitat or new niche for the for getting the favorable condition. Okay, it is just like parapatric because this population is separated from the whole population for getting the favorable conditions, okay, or resources. And here in case of parapatric, their gene flow is possible somehow, or hybridization also be possible. But here they totally hybridization is not possible. They remain in the same environment, but this is not possible because they are totally reproductively isolated, or their breeding season is not the same. Okay, so totally isolated from their parent species, and in that way the new species arise. Here, so this is the sympatric speciation. An example of the allopatric speciation is the Darwini Finches. They are separated from the southern America completely. Okay, and Galapagos Island is their habitat now, and there are many species of finches remain, and their mainland was the southern America. Due to some geographical barrier, they are separated. In sympatric population example is the maggot fly, and they diverged due to the introduction of the apple trees in the northern United States. Okay, new plants that is more favorable for them, and that's why they totally separated from their parent species. The last one is the example of the parapatric. Here, the 11 species of the partula one kind of species, this is totally separated, and 11 species, they are separated from each other, and I think they form the two groups. Okay, there are it is invented that two groups are totally found there that are separated from each other. Okay, they arise in that way. 11 species are formed. Okay, and they have no similarities with each other. Okay, They are separated from each other. This is the example of the therapeutic speciation. Okay, so this is the topic of the speciation. Today I will explain about the speciation and the type of the speciation, and in the next video I explain like that another topic. Okay, now I think you can get more knowledge from this channel, so please subscribe and share this channel.